Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Always Bet on Yourself. I am sorry I am late again. I tell you what, my time management skills are very poor. Very, very poor. Ouch. My dog is sitting next to me. I was like, I don't have a guest yet. I've been meaning to get a couple people on, but it just hasn't happened due to other things. And I was like, I'll get my dog on. But as soon as I got her up, she laid down and she doesn't want to. Come on. No, you don't want to? That's fair. Anyway, how's everyone going? How's everyone's week been? It's been bloody busy, as usual. This time of the year is bloody insane. I feel like it's just getting... but that's okay. We push on through. I've been feeling like really, really melancholy and a bit out of sorts for like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks now. And I've sort of been pushing it to the side, pushing it down, always a good thing to do. But it's just because it's not been something that I can pinpoint. It's just been there, and it's not like a specific thing that I've been triggered by or anything. I'm just feeling a bit meh, a bit mopey Joe. And I'm not sure if it's this time of the year, because I know a lot of people do have feelings around Christmas time and whatnot, and if you're not with your family, and it's just a lot of pressure to do a lot of things. Or if it's grief, or if I'm just feeling a bit sad because of that. So I'm not sure. I can't quite pinpoint it, but it's very extreme. I feel like I need to scream in the ocean, or I need to cry a lot. And I could probably do this one. I actually can't cry at the moment. I feel like a bit numb. I don't know what's going to set me off. I'm going to have to listen to my sad songs, my sad playlist, and put on a sad film. Any recommendations, please let me know, because, yeah, I don't know. What's the saddest film you've ever seen? Saddest film I've ever seen. You know what? I watched The Whale with a friend. Maybe it was this year sometime. Bro, I needed days to recover. Like, that film sent me. Absolutely remarkable, but disturbing in like the most emotional way possible. The score for the album was gorgeous, and it evoked so much feeling inside of me. I was not okay. I watched that, and me and my friend, we do this like movie thing every time we can, and we've done that for the last few years, and we were both like, okay. And the next day I put on the album of the sound score, and I just laid on my day bed in my garden, was like, for the whole day. It really knocked me for 6. So maybe I should watch that. I don't think that's a good idea. Or Manchester by the Sea is another one. That film, Casey Affleck was absolutely stunning. If anyone's seen that, please. If anyone's seen anything that I've ever watched, please reach on out. But I did have a poem that I wanted to read you. Something that I was just flicking through earlier, by an author called Lang Leave. I hope that's how you say her last name. She's a modern day poet, and I think she's phenomenal. Really think she's a beautiful writer. I don't love a lot of modern day poetry. It just doesn't speak to me on like a deeper level. I like older stuff. I like use of language and like a depth. I like a lot of depth, and I want to go places. I don't need simple words to convey how I'm feeling. I really want to get to the, make me think about it. Anyway, so I thought I'd read this poem. When two souls fall in love, there is nothing else but the yearning to be close to the other. The presence that is felt through a hand held, a voice heard, or a smile seen. Souls do not have calendars or clocks, nor do they understand the notion of time or distance. They only know it feels right to be with one another. This is the reason why when you miss someone so much when they are not there, even if they are only in the very next room. Your soul only feels their absence. It doesn't realise the separation is temporary. Sorry if I'm not enunciating properly. I just thought that was a lovely little poem. And I read it and I was like, oh, that feels quite nice. Especially as I've been thinking about Matthew a lot, my late husband. And yeah, he's just been on my mind. I've been trying to communicate with him, not in like a weird way, but more so I speak to him at night time and tell him I love him and that I miss him. And, you know, I've been wanting him to send me a sign. I asked him to send me a rose, and honestly, I was really happy when one turned up at my door. I was really, really surprised. Just out of the blue, I had friends send me some flowers to say thank you. And I didn't even realise when I took the flowers until I got home. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, that was really nice. And I've been feeling quite connected to him in a way that I haven't before, you know. So that feels nice. But it's also odd, you know. It's not like we don't get to communicate. We don't get to talk to each other. It's more me talking out into the ether. And, you know, I can't feel him physically. Maybe it's a reflective time of the year. I think it is for everyone. We all spend a lot of time, you know, thinking about the year past and our lives, and, you know, it's coming to a close at the end of a year, and we think about the new and what we'll do, and, you know, always try and aim for better. But I've been reflecting a lot. It kind of seems crazy to me that I've gotten to this point. It seems all like a blur. You know, 1 minute I was partnered and happy and had a life, and the next I wasn't. And I've been alone for the last 4 years. Like, it's crazy to me. Sometimes I can't comprehend it. I can't quite comprehend it. I have a couple of girls that I follow on Instagram, and they lost their partners around the same time that I did. And they're around the same age as well. And it's nice to see them evolve, and they've been quite open with their grief, and they speak about it a lot, which I love because it just makes me feel a bit more, it makes me feel more comfortable to share my grief, to be honest. I think sometimes it's so, for people to hear it, they just don't know what to say. So you just stay silent instead. And sometimes you want to talk about that person or how you're feeling. And so, yeah, it's nice to be able to see these ladies just do it and be so honest about their experiences. But, you know, they're partnered now and one of them's married, and I love that for them. And I love that they've gotten to a place where they feel like they can, you know, move forward and that they deserve love again. But selfishly, a part of me is like, how have I not been able to stumble upon something like that? It's so selfish of me to think. But, you know, we all have moments of the grass is greener. And I do try to focus on the solitude that I have now and how valuable it is, and to really just enjoy the quietness and my alone time, you know, because maybe it won't be forever. But there is a slice of me that is like, you know, I don't want to be alone forever. And a part of me is lonely. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. I think a lot of people are lonely. And yeah, it's just a funny old thing. Hey, I don't really help myself. I kind of refuse to do all of the things. Not refuse, but I just don't. Well, I guess I do refuse to do the things that normal people would do to put themselves out there. I kind of think it would just happen naturally, and it would just occur like it did when I met Matt. And yeah, but as you get a little bit older, you know, those opportunities aren't really there anymore, and you evolve, and the growth that you've gone through, maybe I do feel like the growth that I personally have been through, a lot of other people haven't. And also with men aren't the most like intellectually, emotionally up to par with women. Like they need a lot more time to really get there. They really are. They're a different breed to us. And that's no shit on them, but they just are, they work in different ways. And yeah, I just don't feel like the person I am isn't the type of person that would just find someone willy-nilly, you know? And maybe not in the town that I'm in anyway. But yes, I think it's fine to think about these things. But I'll do my best not to let it consume me. It's funny, the whole thing with dating. You know, I know that there's a lot of... sometimes you can feel a bit of like a lot of guilt around it. I don't date. I think I've been on 2. I think I've been on like 2 and they were very, very casual. And I just, you know, just did it just because I wanted to know I could do it. But yeah, you feel like there's going to be lots of judgment there. And I don't think it's a really shitty feeling to feel like people are going to judge you for what you want to do. There's a lot of talk about loyalty and whatnot when it comes to that area. And I don't know, it's like you're not replacing anyone. That love is still there for someone. But if somebody's ready to go and do that, like good on them. Like love is everything in this life. It's, you know, what we all strive for. So yeah, I think do whatever you want to do. Fuck them. Fuck them people. I don't care. Can be really if anyone ever said anything to me, I swear to God, I would fucking lose my shit. I would actually just go berserk. But that's me. Some people don't have that, I don't want to say backbone. Already said it. Not a backbone, but they don't have the courage to be able to advocate for themselves and tell people to go stick it where the sun doesn't shine, you know? I do not have that problem. I will never have that problem. Yes. I don't know what the future will hold. I have no idea what the future will hold. I hope one day. I hope. That's all we can do. I also had... okay, so I also had a song come on at work, and it was Frank Ocean, and we played it at Matt's funeral. First of all, 10 out of 10 don't recommend current or new songs that people are well known at the funeral, because it comes on and it just triggers you. Anyway, so the song came on, and I think I've blocked out so much of that time, so much of it, that my heart dropped, and I just had to stand for a moment. I was like, oh, I think I know this song. And then I had to like go back and realize where this song had come from. Like I completely have just blocked it out. It's so strange how the brain works. There are like moments actually throughout my life that I've blocked out or completely just don't remember. And it's just like a self-preservation thing where I'm just like, no, I don't want to remember that. It's just easier for me to forget it. And then something or a song or a smell or something might trigger it. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I had that memory. It's so weird how that happens. The things that our brain does to protect us from the past. I think after Matthew passed, I thought about him unwell for a lot of time. And I don't think about him like that anymore. And I'm glad that I don't, because he wanted to be remembered for who he was before he was sick. You know, he was still always that person to me. I don't think him being sick was here, you know. But you know what I mean. Anyway. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where all my melancholy is coming from, but it's around. And, yeah. I actually don't even remember the last time a friend or anyone asked me about Matt. I don't remember the last time somebody mentioned his name other than his family. That makes me sad. It makes me really sad. You know, it makes me feel like once you're dead, that's it. People forget you. That sounds harsh, but I think there's a level of truth to it. Once you're gone, you're gone. I think people fail you in life and they fail you in death as well. I really do. That's why I try not to rely on anyone, to be honest. I had this morbid thought the other day that if I die, I don't want to get cremated or I don't want to be buried. Buried, not buried. I would like to just be chucked into the woods and let the animals eat me. I just think it would be like nature's just feed me to the dogs, you know? I'm not there anymore. Just clean me up. Nature's way of doing things. I really don't care. I don't care about stuff like that. I don't care about death, actually, either. It really doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid to die. I know a lot of people don't like talking about it. And they're worried about it and they think about their loved ones and whatnot. But I think I've been dead. I was dead more than I've been alive. You know what I mean? Like, is what it is. I'm not scared of nothingness. Sometimes the only respite I get is sleep, and that's my favourite time of the day. Oh, dear. Well, I got very fucking sad very, very quick on this podcast episode, and I apologise. I can't help it. I'm feeling bloody... Ugh. So if you're having a moment, please do not listen to this podcast. It's probably too late. I should put an insert at the front saying, if you're feeling like shit, don't listen to this podcast episode. She's just on the cusp of a fucking... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make myself some bloody yummy food and listen to some music. Take my doggy for a walk. Do something lovely. You can probably tell that I tried to paint this wall and it's really bad. It's actually so bad. Like I had a sample pot of paint. I thought that the Bunnings sample paint was free, first of all. And I almost left the establishment and the lady was like, hold the fuck up. You need to pay for that. And I was like, I'm sorry. I thought it was free. I don't know where I got that from. Maybe that was a thing like years ago or maybe not. Anyway, I looked like a thief. Took it home, painted the whole wall or like half of a wall with it. And I was like, I need more. Went back to Bunnings to get more. And she was like, oh, you're not supposed to paint your wall with that. I was like, what? She's like, no, you're supposed to sand it back because the paints can be different. I was like, fuck. Anyway, I didn't sand it back. I didn't listen to her. And I also didn't put tape down to cut in. So now there is paint on all sides of the wall and on shelves. And I don't know why I'm like this, honestly. I love the colour. But a shocking job. Absolutely shocking. I'm going to have to get someone to come in and redo it. Look at that. You see it? Wait, no, wrong way. That little bit, I picked that off. Well, you win some, you lose most, hey? You win some, you lose most. Actually, I might end this podcast with another poem. What do we think? Yay? Nay? I'm going to do it anyway. Let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look. No, I'm not going to look. And I'm just going to flick through and I'll pick one. Okay. This poem is called Losing You. I used to think I couldn't go a day without your smile, without telling you things and hearing your voice back. Then, that day arrived and it was so damn hard, but the next was harder. I knew with a sinking feeling it was going to get worse, and I wasn't going to be okay for a very long time. Because losing someone isn't an occasion or an event. It doesn't just happen once. It happens over and over. I lose you every time I pick up your favourite coffee mug, whenever that one song plays on the radio, or when I discover your old t-shirt at the bottom of my laundry pile. I lose you every time I think of kissing you, holding you, or wanting you. I go to bed at night and lose you, when I wish I could tell you about my day. And in the morning when I wake and reach for the empty space across the sheets, I begin to lose you all over again. Oh my God, that was a bad idea. Oh my God. Oh, that was a bad idea. I apologise. I can cry. I'm not that numb, I can cry. Holy shit. Oh, well, if anyone else is going through a hard time and grieving and figuring this shit out, mate, I take my fucking hat off to you. It's not easy. It's really hard. And it can be really fucking lonely. Oh, I'm going to go cuddle my dog now. I'm sorry for being such a fucking negative Nelly, sad little Nelly, but, you know, got big feelings and sometimes it's good to get them out. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your week and I'll see you next time.